Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel once again, and this new video that I'm going to share how you could able to make yourself capable enough to stay in your job. You might be seeing and hearing outside that there might be recession may hit in this year or coming years, right? Whatever need to happen, it will happen irrespective of whatever the caution we take. But what is that we can do is we can minimize the chances of damage going to happen to us. जो होने को है वो जैसे भी होगा ना आप रोक सकते हैं ना मैं रोक सकता हूं. One thing that we can do is we can get safety prior we get hit by that disaster. Now what is that currently happening? We see in the recruiting industry in particularly there are so many recruiters, they're having a time or they're having a difficulty in submission, they're having a difficulty in placing candidates, and they are having difficulty in continuing showing their productivity. Now, let me ask you one question. If you are a business owner and if you're investing on some individual, and if it is a time for recession, who is the person you are going to remove first? You know the answer, right? Because it could be a career for you, it could be a job for you, it could be a life settled kind of experience for your parents. It could be a my life is wonderful, could be for your family members. My spouse is working in a reputed company and on a very good position. It could be that experience for your spouses. My father is an employee and I don't have to worry about whatever my needs. That could be the experience for your kids. But for a company, that is just business. Now, you need to understand that something you closely connect with, the other part, they are doing business. They're investing money on you. Now, for that, we need to understand when there is a bad time, they don't care about people. They care more about their business. That's one thing you got to understand. They might call it as a company, they might call it as a family, they might call it as a bonding, they could call it as a teamwork, whatever the fancy name they may give. At the end of the day, if they are not making money through you, you are out. You have seen that in recent times of COVID, right? What happened? People lost their job, people got hit on their salary, people got less money for what they deserve in regards to incentives. You have experienced all things. Now, when it comes recession, imagine what is that going to happen. Those people who had budget, who had money, they still wanted to save themselves. But now, if they lose real clients, imagine what is that going to happen to the employees. Now, for that, you got to come out of your attachment, love, affection, my company, my people, my job, I love it, this is my career, this is my life. वो वाला आप feeling से थोड़ा बाहर आके आपको reality देखना पड़ेगा. In my experience, in my 18 plus years of experience looking at recruiting industry, what I have experienced is, for me, it was everything. For them, it is a business. Now, if you want to be successful, if you want to stay here for a longer period of time, you need to think that how you are going to bring revenue to the company, period. Apart from that, kuch bhi app try to manipulate, you want to show how good you are, stay near to the manager, that may not work for everybody, but maybe for few lucky people. So that's the reason that is not what advisable, but be an individual who is a recession proof. How you can be a recession proof? And you know the answer as well. There is nothing new that I should tell you. You also know how you can be recession proof. And if you ask this question, if tomorrow hits the recession, am I the individual in my company going to get fired? Is the answer yes or is the answer no? You know it by yourself. You cannot say that I don't know. Why you don't know? Look at from a business angle and you will understand whether you are in the firing list or not. In order for you not to come in the firing list, here are a few tips I'm going to share you. First, you need to remember this is not the time that you should be going to office, and you will be primarily coming with a reason that why your day was not productive. That is one of the black mark on your report card. You have all the reason for why you did not show the productivity. That's not going to work anymore. You need to have reasons how you could do things move forward. Second thing, you should be a team player. Now, if any internal politics is happening and people are complaining about you, whatever you might have done, whatever you might not have done, if there is something going on in your management's mind about you, so there is high possibility that the pointer should come to you. So make sure that you don't get into that sort of headaches anymore, because I'm sure you have other headaches to deal with in your personal life. So you really don't want to get into that sort of business in your company. So make sure that you rework on your attitude and be a team player and a contributor. Contributor at the end, हमारे से पैसा नहीं आ रहा है तो हमें निकाल के फेंकेंगे. Simple as that. All right. अब हमसे 1 लाख आए ना आए, 20,000 रुपए मेरे से जो खर्चा कर रहे हैं, they want to save that. So make sure that you understand from that level. And what is that? First one is have reasons how you can do it. Second one is be a team player and be productive. Third one is all about if you are on a lead role, if you are on a managerial role, and a team is reporting to you. Now, if you are in a vacation, okay, if you took off for a week or 2 weeks and still the team is performing as good as it was performing at the time of your presence, company will think that team can work without you as well. Okay, now that's a good sign. You are a good leader. I'm not saying that you just for our personal benefit, you don't give your 100% best for your team to work individually and produce result. We don't want that. But what I'm saying here is, if your company, if your team can work, perform better in your absence, then there is a high chance that management thinks maybe we save money by removing this person. So in that case, what is that you should be doing? You should be in a position enough to take more responsibility that could ease the management's burden. That could be working on a tough client. That could be making your team more and more productive after discussing with your company. You might have a plans to upgrade your team members and show the quarter-on-quarter increment in the result. You might have a long-term plan in regards to increasing the company's revenue. If you are at the management level, managerial level, you definitely have to look into these aspects, because if you just go to office, talk to these people, what they have done in your evening meeting, and everybody reports to you with their stories, and you just sit down, you just allocate jobs, you just talk to the hiring contacts, and that's it. It's very much difficult. You are replaceable. You need to start working on how you could expand your wings in such a way that the company should think, before I fire this person, what is that I'm going to lose? Now, you got to be individual of value. Either you generate money directly, add to the revenue of the company, or you should be the person with whom, because of whom the company is making money. Now, end of the day, it's money. And you need to understand this one thing, that the more direct relationship that you have with the company's revenue, there is a high chances that you can be retained. Maybe salary कम कर सकते हैं, incentives कम कर सकते हैं, तो नौकरी तो नहीं छूटेगी ना आपकी. That's what I mean. So ensure you be the person of value. Leave your doubts. Can I able to do it? Can I able to not do it? The requirement is tough. The client is tough. The candidate is not responding. Interviews के लिए नहीं जा रहे हैं. These stories are not going to have with you when you don't have a job. So be happy that at least you have a job and you have finding some reasons to keep yourself up. या अच्छे स्टोरीज होने दो, बुरे स्टोरीज होने दो, एटलीस्ट जॉब तो है, मंथली तनख्वाह तो आ रही है ना. Now it's time for you to make sure that it's not giving the reason, but how we can save the job. So wherever you are, at what stage you are, that according to you, it might be a good platform or a bad platform, good company or bad company. If it is really bothering you and your job is coming in the cost of your emotional damage, you definitely leave the company. That's not what I'm asking you to do. But if you have a good company and you see people are making money, only you are the one struggling, it is just the matter of you rework the way you are doing, upgrade yourself on how you understand the requirement, how you can identify different ways to approach the individual, how you present yourself to the candidate and to the client. And slowly things will get to a track because you have done it in the past. This is not a new thing to you, is it? नहीं है ना. आपने पहले भी सबमिशन किया है, आपका कैंडिडेट पहले भी इंटरव्यू गया है. इफ यू हैव डन अ गुड जॉब, आपका प्लेसमेंट भी हुआ है. दिस इज नॉट द न्यू थिंग. इट इज ओनली द थिंग इज यू आर वर्किंग ऑन अ डिफरेंट रिक्वायरमेंट. इसके लिए इतना टेंशन लेने की जरूरत नहीं है. आज सबमिशन होगा, नहीं होगा, कल सबमिशन होगा, नहीं होगा, बट ऐसा कंटिन्यूअसली पैटर्न नहीं बनना चाहिए. Now that's what is very much important, that you should be not falling in the pattern and you could accept it. ठीक है, सबमिशन नहीं हुआ, कल जैसे भी कुछ भी सुनना है तो सुन लूंगा, बट मेक श्योर दैट हाउ आई कैन कॉम्पेंसेट इट. ओके, हाउ आई एम ब्रिंगिंग रेवेन्यू टू द कंपनी, वो ही वाला आपका माइंड में होना चाहिए. ना कि मेरा सबमिशन हो गया, मैं घर को जाऊंगा, मेरा वीकली सबमिशन हो गया था, बस मेरे को कुछ भी नहीं चाहिए. इट शुड नॉट बी in your mind at this point of time where there are so many companies are looking for people. What if there are so many companies start releasing people? Now give me a reason. Why do you think your company will not fire you? Put that in the comment box, and this is a very serious discussion. Now it's totally up to you if you don't want to put it in here, but you should answer this question. Thank you so very much. This is Suman Pachigulla here, and I wish each and everybody of you a very successful career and productive life. Thank you so much and take care.